Hello and welcome to something that you probably weren't expecting. Yeah, this is Throwback Thursday, and yet this gameplay is WWE 2K16. So let me just turn my TV volume down so I can hear myself speak and think and explain to you what's going on. We had a tie, a three-way tie in the voting for Throwback Thursday. So it will begin next week, and it will be based on the result of this simulated match. So the three games that won, first of all, being represented by Stone Cold Steve Austin, as he's the cover star, is WWF Warzone. The main argument for which was start at the start, which is a good argument. I am a fan of that. Stone Cold Steve Austin, if he wins, and we're using 1997 Stone Cold because obviously that's around the right Stone Cold for WWF Warzone, and if he wins, we'll be playing Warzone from next week. That's the sentence I was trying to get out of my mouth. Next, representing WWF SmackDown 2, which I knew would be a popular option. It's always been one of the more popular games, is Triple H. Now, Triple H, The Rock, and Chyna are the cover stars of WWF SmackDown 2. And Triple H, Rock, and Kurt Angle are the cover stars of the other game that is being represented here. However, The Rock is more prominent on the cover of the other game than anyone else, so I decided to have him represent that one. And there's no Chyna in this game, so that left Triple H to represent WWF SmackDown 2. So, so if Triple H wins from next week, we will be playing WWF SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. The final game, in case you didn't guess by me describing who's on the cover, if your knowledge isn't that up to speed, is WWF SmackDown Just Bring It, which, as I said in the vote video last week, is one of my favourites. One of my favourite WWF or WWE titles. I just think it was a really fun game to play. And funnily enough, I mentioned that Fred Durst was in the game for some reason in the video. And then without watching the video, someone on Instagram, it was Dog Coffee actually, my friend Dog Coffee, commented on Instagram without even watching the video, saying he wanted to watch this because he wanted WWF SmackDown Just Bring It because Fred Durst was in it, and I was like, everyone just knows that you can beat up Fred Durst in that game, basically. So I actually had a look for a Create a Superstar with Fred Durst before I did this match. I thought that'd be funny to include, but there weren't really any good ones, or not that I could find. I only had a quick search for about a minute, so apologies if anyone out there has a good Fred Durst and I just wasn't able to find it. But, yeah, sorry about that. So, Stone Cold wins, it's WWF Warzone, which could happen now. Nope, Triple H saving the day for WWF SmackDown 2 and Just Bring It. Triple H is representing SmackDown 2, and The Rock is representing WWF SmackDown Just Bring It. Now, since it's now out of my hands, I can talk about my personal preference. It's a tough one. I am a big advocate of starting from the beginning, which would mean play WWF Warzone, and then once I finish that, just simply progress on to WWF Attitude, and then SmackDown, and SmackDown 2, then just bring it, shut your mouth, here it comes the pain, SmackDown vs Raw, SmackDown vs Raw, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, WWE 12, 13, WWE 2K 14, 15, 16, God knows at what point in the future we'd be up to by the time I got through all those games, but the point is, I could do that. I could progress through in order. And I'm a big fan of that. And I actually had an idea ages ago for a series. And let me know in the comment section down below if you'd be interested in watching this. Because I could do this as a separate series. Or, you know, concurrently or after the current Throwback Thursday finishes. Which is to kind of book shows. So starting on Warzone. And the whole idea is to book matches between wrestlers, but not only that, but sort of try and progress to the next game by having, say, losers leave matches, you know, for wrestlers that don't appear on the next game, you know, and then having debuts happen and stuff like, and having an evolving roster, and trying to make a bit of a story out of it. That was sort of the idea I wanted to try and have. So it was an idea I had for my channel a while ago. I've never mentioned it because I didn't want to sort of build everyone's hopes up and everything. Oh! It's not looking good for Just Bring It at the moment. Triple H just put Rock through a barricade. So yeah, I am actually watching this as I commentate. This is live commentary, no editing done. So if it's awful, Well, I commentate most of my stuff live, so I don't even know why I went that route. But you know, if it's so there's the non-live stuff. Obviously, I and a few ums and ahs and stuff, and just get to the point a little bit quicker. So that's why you can probably tell it's live. Oh, that's getting back up. So it's back to he's back in the fight, back in the hunt. I've put the build up on quick just so people can build up finishes fast and do a lot of damage, because I know triple threats last a while on this game because the AI isn't clever enough to take out the remaining guy before going for the pin. So it's best to have a lot of damage done early with finishes and stuff so that they stay down for longer and potentially the match can end. Anyway, what was I in the middle of saying? Yeah, my idea. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comment section down below. If you would be interested in me doing sort of like a full WWF WWE universe. I could even include WCW and ECW because I do have some games from those from the past. The only problem is I'd have to put them out of business as the games dried up. So yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see that. So that's WWF Warzone. Right, WWF SmackDown 2. There's a few things about this. It has quite an in-depth... Oh, stunner! Oh, is it going to be Warzone? Nope. Triple H is having none of it. Oh, he's still going for the pin. Wait. No. Okay, so yeah, SmackDown 2. There's quite an in-depth career mode that you can actually play multiplayer. So if I could get someone who was interested in being in on it, we could potentially do a multiplayer career mode. It's not the greatest multiplayer game mode in the history of wrestling games, but it's not terrible either. Stone Cold going for the pin off Triple H's Spinebuster. It's not going to happen. You have to take both guys out. If Triple H would have got the pedigree on Stone Cold straight after the Spinebuster on the Rock, that could have been interesting. Oh, they're both down. Pin someone, Triple H. Yeah, I'll stamp on Stone Cold. That's fine as well. Oh, here we go, pedigree. But Rock's probably going to get up and save this pin. He's already stirring. Yeah, so that's something interesting. I can't remember a lot else about WWF SmackDown 2, apart from it was the first game to have the American Badass Undertaker instead of the Deadman Undertaker, so that'll be cool as well. I was going to use American Badass Undertaker if I could get Fred Durst, you know, sort of like the representative of SmackDown 2, but I couldn't, so I decided to go with this triple threat. The final game, WWF SmackDown Just Bring It. There's beating up Fred Durst. Could be at least one video. I mean, I don't know how quickly that'd get old. Maybe I could do a year's series of just me beating up Fred Durst with different people. Who knows? Who knows how well that'd go. There's also the story mode's quite interesting. There's quite a lot of stuff to unlock, if I remember rightly, and Just Bring It through making different decisions and playing the story mode. The story mode's quite short, but you can play it with countless times and different ways and unlock different characters and stuff. So that could be fun. Again, I can't remember a great deal of what else is on that game, but I do remember really enjoying it, and it's always just stood out to me as one of the bigger jumps forward in terms of the series that they ever really had. So I'll be quite happy if that one. I'll be quite happy if any of the games would. I think the one I'd struggle with most would be Warzone, purely because the controls are just so different, and because on my main channel I play WWE SmackDown. No, WWE 2K16, not SmackDown, anything. This is the number of times I've said that in this video, that's what I blame. Oh, okay. Rock and Austin going at it outside, get a finisher, go inside, get another finisher on Triple H and win. Powerbomb. You see Austin do powerbombs all the time, don't you? He's just going ham on the Rock, he's trying to put him out of business. As I was saying, yeah, it'd be confusing playing Warzone, because the controls are different on all the games, the older games, to what they are now, but it's so different on Warzone compared with WWE 2K16, and obviously I'll have 2K17 coming out soon as well, which will be similar, I assume, to 2K16. It's just, it's going to cause a little bit of confusion anyway, but I think Warzone will cause the most confusion. If I went out on a limb, I'm rooting for The Rock here, which is unusual, because out of these three superstars, he's probably my third favourite. Controversial as that may be. Let me know in the comment section down below who's your favourite out of these three, Stone Cold, Triple H or The Rock. Nothing to do with the game they're representing, just which one's your favourite. Because they're all sort of from the same kind of era, all had similar, you know, pretty much surefire Hall of Fame, or already Hall of Fame careers. All roughly the same sort of age, you know, and length, well, not length of career, because obviously Triple H is sort of still an active competitor. Stone Cold left it ages ago and The Rock occasionally shows up, but you know what I mean, the careers are somewhat similar. Oh, I've never seen this counter. So, the good ones to compare. Who's your favourite? Rock, Austin, or Triple H? Did this match, I assume this match happened. It was supposed to happen at Survivor Series 99, I want to say. The one where Austin got run over because he was injured and they had to write him out. So, they had him run over in a backstage segment. And then Big Show took his place and won the title, which was bizarre. They must have known about his injury way beforehand and written a story around Big Show winning the title as a big surprise. Yeah, predict that one if I was doing prediction videos back then. Speaking of which, on Sunday I should have my Backlash predictions video going up. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything on this channel. But yeah, did Triple H, Rock and Austin ever have a match? Like a triple threat match? I get the feeling they must have at some point, but let's look it up. Triple H versus The Rock was the top result, versus Kurt Angle versus Big Show versus Mick Foley versus Big Show versus Brock Lesnar versus Stone Cold. There we go. Not very high up on the results though. Did it never happen? I'm sort of getting the vibe that this match actually never happened in WWE. I'm just having a read through a forum. I don't think it ever happened. Wow! This match never ever happened. It was supposed to happen, Survivor Series 99, but it didn't. Madness. Madness. So let me know who's your favourite. Let me know who you think would have won if they'd have had this match. I mean, to be honest, here's a controversial statement for you, but Stone Cold was the Attitude Era, was John Cena. You just never bet against him. Like, I'd go Austin just because the number of times Austin lost clean during the Attitude Era was just ridiculously low. Triple H and The Rock both, well, Triple H took a fair few because he was often playing heel. The Rock took his fair share of losses, really, considering he was one of the top face superstars. But Stone Cold just very rarely lost clean. But no one ever said this match had to be a clean finish either, so maybe he wouldn't win. I'd go with Stone Cold. You just don't bet against Stone Cold, same as you don't bet against John Cena in 2009, or you don't bet against Brock Lesnar now. Like, it's just a daft, all for different reasons, but it's just a daft way to bet. Favourite wise, I'd say Stone Cold. I'm a much bigger Triple H fan than most people seem to be. Oh, nice crossbody by Stone Cold. That's a sentence you don't hear all the time. I am quite a big Triple H fan. I'd say the order for me is quite clear. It's Stone Cold, then Triple H, then The Rock. I don't know what it is about The Rock. When I watch his old stuff back, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy all his promos. But at the time, I was a Stone Cold kid. Like, when I got into WWF at the end of the Attitude Era, I kind of missed most of the Attitude Era first time round. But I definitely was a Stone Cold kid. Hollywood Rock was genius. I just want to throw that out there. But heel Stone Cold was genius as well. So, and Triple H is just probably one of the greatest heels of all time, if not the greatest heel of all time. So, if these three were fighting heel, it's so hard to pick. But based on what they're most famous for, which is Stone Cold being versus Vince McMahon, The Rock being the guy we're seeing right now, the face, The Rock after he turned out, The Rock that he was after he left the corporation, that's the most famous Rock really, and Triple H heel. I'd say Stone Cold wins, and Stone Cold's probably my favourite out of those. But it's not as clear cut as people might think. Triple H, you gonna break up? Ooh, it was looking like it might be Warzones then. Okay, so I've turned the commentary off for this match, and I'm not sure exactly how good an idea that was, because I could have turned it back up now and just let the commentators cover this, because I've kind of run out of things to say a little bit. This match is gonna go on regardless. I think Austin just tried a wake-up taunt. I might actually commentate the match. I think Austin just went for a wake-up taunt then on The Rock, but Triple H beat him down. Baseball bat playing a role. Interesting how it's not the sledgehammer. Trying to pull Rock's head off now. Austin was like strangled across the bottom rope for a second then. That just reminds me of a brilliant moment. I can't remember who was in the match. I think it was Austin, Triple H and Mankind. Whenever that match was. Whatever pay-per-view that was, I can't remember. But, and Austin was like talking trash to someone over the top rope on the outside, and he kind of fell over the top rope and got hung up in it, and the camera quickly like pans away from him, and then Triple H had to like come and rescue him because he was just dangling upside down on the top rope. And if you watch the pay-per-view as WWE want you to see it, like how it was broadcast, they did quite a good job of covering it, but there is footage you know, from like fan recordings and stuff of Austin just dangling there over the top rope, and it's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. So Austin just being across the bottom rope then reminded me of that. Pin him, Austin. This could be the end. Rock's down. Rock's getting up. Austin, what you doing? Go for the pin. Wow. If you'd have gone for the pin as soon as you hit the stunner, you'd have won that match. Oh, I thought he was going for another stunner then. Oh, he is. But now, oh, Rock's bleeding. Pin him. Austin's got no stamina whatsoever. He's got a beer belly. What? A beer belly. What? One of the greatest promos of all time was he was backstage with Michael Cole, and he was talking about what he'd done when he came into town, and the crowd were eating out of the palm of his hand with the What chant. It was when the What chant was truly huge, and I just thoroughly enjoyed that promo. Pile driver. You'd think Austin would know better than that. Based on what happened to him. Is Rock going to crawl in for the pin? And win it for Just Bring It? Nope. Ooh! Ooh, I think that was a stunner. Was that a stunner that Rock just countered? It looked more than just an average kick. Rock wiping the blood off his face. Getting punched for his troubles. Austin just mullering the Rock into the corner. Look at the blood on Austin's hand. I love details like that. I'm hoping it's even more detailed on 2K17. Really am. I am going to start my 2K17 news videos, by the way, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a 5-star match from my career over on my main channel. But then on Saturday, I'm hoping to have 2K17 news for you all to watch. I know I've been talking about doing that. It was supposed to start last Saturday. But such is life. Life gets in the way, doesn't it, sometimes? But hopefully, I'll have a video for you for this Saturday. Oh, Triple H rolling in for the pin. He missed. He got it. Ooh! That was close. Triple H knows how close we were to playing SmackDown 2. Oh, just doubling up on Austin there. Double kicks. They are just double teaming Austin now. Apparently, Triple H and Rock really don't want us to play Warzone. They really want us to play a SmackDown game. Don't go for the pin. Fight each other now. Whoa. What just happened there? Oh, and then Triple H passing through the Rock. We are getting glitchy now. Oh, I thought he hadn't hit it then. Like, the Rock didn't seem like he was getting off Austin then. I thought he just sort of non-contacted it. Right, Triple H has a finisher. Ooh, but he's down. I was going to say all he has to do now is pedigree Austin. He's going for the pin. Nope. Nope. No dice. They're both getting up. It's just a never-ending match, a triple threat match on this game. They really, WWE 2K, not WWE, 2K need to... Oh, stunner. Oh, here we go. This is the end. But they need to work on the AI so that the main target of a computer AI is an opponent who is up. You know, but not all the time, otherwise they're just constantly switching. As if Triple H is up! I well thought that was the end of the match. But you know what I mean? So like when they hit a finisher on an opponent, they don't go for the pin. Ooh, blood. Blood from the bat. They then turn their attention to the other opponent and try and throw them out the ring or knock them down or do something impactful. What's Rock got in mind here? I think he's just busted Austin. Everyone's busted. I don't like that they completely replaced Rock's animation for that Spinebuster. And I don't like that his AI doesn't do the people's elbow. But he might win here. That's the first pin that I can remember in this match that wasn't interrupted and Triple H kicked out. Yeah, they need to program things like the Rock's AI needs to do the people's elbow after the Spinebuster every time. Every time. There's certain signatures you can pin after, but I wouldn't make it an automatic thing because not many wrestlers really go for the pin after the signature. Quite often it's a setup for the finisher, like the 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena hits it and then he stands and waits usually for them to get up for the AA. The Rock does his Spinebuster, then goes to the people's elbow. You know, it's Roman Reigns' Superman punch quite often waits for them to get back up. You know, it's not always a pinfall situation after a signature. So there's a few AI tweaks they could do with making on this game. The Rock does have a finisher at the moment though. And a bat. Neither of which he's using. Oh, he's waiting for Austin to move. The ref just was like, oh my god! He just hit him in the leg. Not people's elbow, rock bottom. The finishing move of the Rock's that actually looks like it could finish a match. I do hate the people's elbow. I really do. Oh, Bailey to belly. Rock's been watching his favourite superstar. He's working the legs. Maybe he could go for a sharpshooter. I think has this incarnation of the Rock got the sharpshooter, I wonder. The Rock's looking very pleased with himself. Austin's looking tired and looking exasperated because I think Triple H was supposed to be waking up then and he just wasn't. The Rock with another signature. Stunner him! Stunner him! Stunner him! Come on! He's done it! Oh, it's going to be Warzone! It's going to be Warzone! It's Warzone! Triple H isn't getting up. Rock has a finisher. He didn't kick out. He didn't have resiliency, clearly. So we're going to be playing WWF Warzone. Thanks to that man. Sort of appropriate considering we did the match at Raw is War. I did that because old school feel, you know, since we're playing Throwback Thursdays. Look at the state of Austin. Oh wow, this is like pre-celebrating the corner Austin. This was probably still heel Austin that I just used. Never mind. Never mind. So, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like. If you're excited for WWF Warzone coming next week, leave a like. Leave a comment in the comment section. I asked a couple of questions. The main one I can think of was who is your favourite out of these three and who do you think would win if they had a triple threat match in their peak. If Survivor Series 99 had gone ahead as we thought it was planned, Austin versus Rock versus Triple H, who would have won and why? Don't forget to subscribe so that you can watch what's coming up on my channel. 5-star matches every Friday from tomorrow. 2K17 news from Saturday. Backlash predictions on Sunday. It's all go. It's all go. Throwback Thursday from next week. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share with your friends if you've got any friends that like wrestling games. Let them know about this. Anyway, that's plenty of waffling from me. All I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza, you've been amazing, and I will see you next time.